Hello, I'm Paul Miller at the School of Criminology and Criminal Justice at Nipissing University. This module will give you a rough overview of Canada's correctional system. If you have been charged with an offense, you may be released back into the community until your trial. If the court is worried that you may not show up for trial or that you pose a danger to the community, you may be held in remand until the date of your trial. This is your first encounter with Canada's correctional system. Remand can be a difficult place to serve time, partly because the correctional system has a limited ability to manage the remand population. The people in remand can change rapidly and unpredictably. Remand facilities are administered by the provincial correctional services of the province in which you will be tried. Eventually, whether you are released or held in custody, the day will come for your trial. Trials usually have one of two outcomes. Either you are found guilty or not guilty. Of course, there is a possibility that you are found not criminally responsible due to a mental disorder. In that case, you will be out of the hands of the correctional system. However, you'll be taken by some people into a forensic psychiatric institution. If you are found not guilty, you are released and will hopefully have no further contact with the correctional system. If you are found guilty and you are sentenced for 2 years or more of incarceration, you will be sent to a federal penitentiary. If you are found guilty and are sentenced for less than 2 years of incarceration, you will be sent to a provincial prison. Another kind of imprisonment is a conditional sentence. A conditional sentence is considered to be incarceration, but the place of incarceration is in the community. While many conditions may apply, this is commonly some form of house arrest. A conditional sentence must be less than 2 years and is administered by the provincial correctional system. Another kind of sentence is probation. Probation means you can live in the community for the duration of your sentence, but you are under the supervision of the provincial corrections system. The restrictions and conditions for probation are generally less strict than for a conditional sentence. There are many other kinds of sentences. For example, you may be required to pay a fine. You may be requested to pay for some of the damage you caused. Or you may have to do some community service. You may also be given a conditional or absolute discharge. If you are discharged, you are not considered to be convicted, so you can then continue to be in certain kinds of employment or to cross international borders. If you are in a federal penitentiary, you might be wondering, when do I get out? The earliest a prisoner can get out is for day parole. Day parole means you can leave the prison during the day, usually for training or employment, but you must return each evening. The earliest you can get day parole is after 1/6 of your sentence. If you are in a federal penitentiary, the first opportunity to get completely released from the community is full parole. Full parole is granted by the Parole Board of Canada, based on reports from Correctional Services of Canada. The earliest you can get full parole is after 1/3 of your sentence. When on parole, you are under the supervision of a parole officer until your sentence is served in full. Almost all federal prisoners are released after serving 2/3 of their sentence. This is called statutory release. Once released, you are under the supervision of a parole officer until the end of your sentence. All forms of parole and statutory release are types of conditional release. Provinces also have forms of conditional release, similar to the federal system. You may be granted day parole to enable you to work or take training or treatment during the day. In the evening, of course, you must return to the prison. Provinces also have systems of parole. Most provinces delegate these decisions to the Parole Board of Canada. However, the largest provinces, Ontario, Quebec, and British Columbia, have their own parole boards. Provinces do not have statutory release. However, they may have similar systems, such as earned remission, which enable release after serving just 2/3 of a sentence. Only after your full sentence has been served are you released from the supervision of the correctional system. All offenders must serve all of their time, even if some of that time is served in the community under the supervision of correctional officers. After your sentence expires, you may live in the community without supervision. However, unless you've received a discharge, you will have a criminal record for the rest of your life. A criminal record may restrict you from certain jobs and may limit your international travel unless you are granted a pardon. This has been a rough overview of Canada's correctional system. Although many details have been omitted, I hope it has given you a general overview of how Canada's correctional system operates.